because Ms. Rodriguez clearly stated, "Oh, I don't want her around my daughter now."
Well, why would I when she kicked all her clothes out and threw glitter on it on June 24th along with your items?
Was she there?
Okay,
Was the
here we
daughter
go
there?
again.
No.
Boy, did I tell you, Ms. Rodriguez, that you could not interrupt us whenever the hell you wanted?
Enjoy the video, hit the like button. Previously on
Question
Real
her about other
Court
things that don't
Drama.
regard, but even in stuff that regards to doesn't reply, she just likes to leave me hanging. "Oh, I'm gonna meet you here for the baby." She doesn't show up. She's had me driving around town that she was gonna meet me up with the baby, and she doesn't show up. I have that documented as well. Her as well. It's always a last minute thing with Mrs. Rodriguez. It's always a last minute, like, "Oh,
Would have gotten you over that hurdle, but not that many happened.
No, I understand that, ma'am, but the issue is because, again, TMI, not that it has anything to do with this, but Gus and I still see each other romantically. I have all the receipts. I have all the, like I said, just on the other day,
That has nothing to do with it.
Stop.
it
Okay.
has nothing to do with this, absolutely, but that's why my issue
Well,
is
let
with
me
my girlfriend.
yeah, and so your opening statement, Mr. Asif.
Yes, Your Honor. This is Assistant Attorney General Maz Asif for the state of Texas. And I'm just going to go over all the issues sequentially. On the conservatorship issue, Your Honor, Mr. Campos is requesting to maintain the joint managing conservatorship that was ordered in the temporary order. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting a sole managing conservatorship. On the issue of the geographic restriction, Your Honor, Mr. Campos is requesting the restriction on Hayes plus contiguous counties that was ordered on Ms. Rodriguez in the temporary order continue. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting a geographic restriction to be broadened to anywhere in the state of Texas. On the issue of the child's surname, Your Honor, Ms. Rodriguez would like for the child's surname to remain Rodriguez. Mr. Campos has not told, I was not able to ascertain his position on that, but I don't want to speak for him, but I would imagine that he would like for the surname to be changed to Campos as he requested at the prior setting. On the issue of visitation, Your Honor, Mr. Campos is requesting well, both parties are requesting changes to the schedule order and the temporary order. Mr. Campos is requesting a week-on, week-off schedule. He would like for the exchange of the child to occur on Sundays at 6 p.m. in Buda, Texas. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting the first, third, and fifth weekend from 6 p.m. Saturday to Sunday at 6 p.m. She's requesting that the exchange of the child happen at the Kyle Police Department at 1700 Coolers Crossing Road, Kyle, Texas, 78640. She's requesting that Mr. Campos's girlfriend or any parameters or any romantic partners cannot be the sole person in the house with him during the visits. She's requesting that there must be at least one other person present. She's requesting that Mr. Campos be ordered to refrain from the use of alcohol or any illegal drugs during visits and up to 24 hours prior to a visit. She's requesting that Mr. Campos give 24 hours notice of a visit or otherwise forfeit the visit. And she's also requesting that Mr. Campos's visitation schedule not begin until he acquires a driver's license as well as a car seat for the child. On the issue of conservatorship and visitation, Your Honor, the state has no position. We're asking for a finding in the child's best interests. Okay. On the issue of child support, Your Honor, the state's requesting the finalization of the terms of the temporary order with a couple caveats, slight alterations based on the alterations to the medical support. On the issue of the medical support, Your Honor, the state has no position except we would like for the child to be on a private health insurance program. It's my understanding that there is one available to both Ms. Rodriguez and Mr. Campos. We're requesting, my understanding is it's available to Ms. Rodriguez at a rate of $300 a month for the medical and $12 a month for the dental. And if the court rules that the child will be on her private health insurance, we're requesting cash medical support from Mr. Campos in the amount of $330 a month and cash dental support in the amount of $12 a month. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting that she be ordered to place the child in a government medical assistance program. And if that is to occur, Your Honor, we would request Mr. Campos pay cash medical support to the state in the amount of $312 per month. On the issue of arrears, Your Honor, and retroactive support, Ms. Rodriguez is requesting a retroactive support
Wait, let
amount.
me stop you. So is there a position, because I think if I remember right, I looked at the temporary order, it says dad carries it now at his cost, and they were
Yes, Your
different.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Would that be, can you repeat or tell me what the father's position probably is on that? Or the third
I
position?
wasn't able to ascertain his position. He wanted to speak with you immediately, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So on the issue of the child support, Your Honor, I've calculated the amounts. Should you order the child be placed in Ms. Rodriguez's health insurance, the child support would come out to $764 a month, the guideline amount. Should the child be ordered on a government medical assistance program, the guideline child support comes out to $768 a month. That's based on the gross monthly resources that was determined in the temporary order, as well as the union dues that was also determined in the temporary order. On the issue of retroactive support and arrearage, Your Honor, Ms. Rodriguez is requesting retroactive child support for the period of time between March of 2024 to June of 2025. At this time, I'd like to present the state's exhibits 1 and 2. State's exhibit 1 is the financial activity report in this matter. It is a summary of money that is paid and that is owed in this case. We're asking for a judgment as of July 31st, 2025, that the arrearage, Mr. Campos is in arrears on child support in the amount of $1,702.25. I've calculated the retroactive support for March 2024 to June 2025 based on the average wages of an electrician at $28.14 an hour, which led me to calculate a finding for retroactive support, Your Honor, of $9,658.08. We're asking for a combined judgment with the arrearage of $11,360.33. I'll be soliciting testimony from Mr. Campos if he sent her any money informally or purchased anything for the child. And if such, then of course we'd be asking for those applicable credits to be deducted from that amount. But if there are no credits, the amount would come out to $11,360.33 to be paid off at a rate of $106 per month. All payments beginning on September 1st, 2025. Ms. Rodriguez has also requested non-disclosure of her contact information. She would like that to be kept confidential in the court order. Your Honor, the state's position is, should non-disclosure be granted, we're requesting that the parties be ordered to communicate via the use of a third-party app. That way, should this court give the confidentiality ruling, the parties can still communicate without divulging the contact information to each other.
We didn't have a non-disclosure in the temporary order, did we, or did I miss it?
It seems in the temporary order, the contact information just
Did we reserve it?
I believe we reserved it, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, that makes sense then, okay.
Okay, finally, on the issue of court costs, we're asking for the court to require Mr. Campos to pay the court costs for today's proceeding as required by the Texas Family Code. The non-custodial parent is required to pay the court costs for the proceeding. Mr. Campos, I don't want to, again, I didn't ascertain his exact position, but I'd imagine that he'd be requesting this court to waive that against him. But I'm sure you can speak to him and ascertain the relief that he's requesting.
Okay, the only other thing that I saw that that was not said or addressed is that retroactive support. I actually remember, because I put it in the order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Put in the order that mom was wanting to waive or not request any retroactive support, and I refused to do that at that point. It felt like it was too much.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I reserved it, and so now she's obviously changed her mind on that, correct, Mr.?
Yes, Your Honor. And I present the state's exhibit 2. It's a Bureau of Labor Statistics summary. It's that's how I calculated the retroactive support amount based on the average salary of a technician in the area. $28.14 an hour is the median salary. So that's how I got that 9658.08 figure.
There was findings in the temporary order, which was current, like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. With respect to his income, has that completely changed? And
Your Honor, so the finding in the temporary order for gross monthly resources was at that moment in time, as of at the time that the temporary order was done. That was in June of 2025. So, and I didn't want to assume that he made the same salary then as he does now. So that's why I used the Bureau of Labor Statistics report to assess it at the lower rate, because I did not want to presume that he makes the same income then, and he made the same income way back in March of 2024 that he is presently making.
Okay, but the current support, you are not using the Bureau of Labor Statistics, you're actually using actual income today?
No, yes, Your Honor. For the current support, I'm asking for a finalization based on the gross monthly resources that were determined as of June 2025 in the temporary order.
So the reason everything changed would just be because of the question of the medical, who carries it?
Yes, Your Honor. Any alterations in the child support would be based on the applicable medical credit to be given to Mr. Campos, which is going to depend on your ruling, Your Honor, on the medical support issue.
Okay, I think I got it. That helps a lot. Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Asif?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then technically I'm gonna waive your rights to make opening statements because I'm gonna hear from you in testimony what you want instead of trying to summarize and tell me now what you want and then tell me again under oath. As testimony, we're just gonna do it once. The state's gonna call each of you as a witness, one at a time. I don't know who they're gonna start with. The other one that's not talking, please remain non-talking, and you can stay muted if it's not your turn. That would be great. The only reason you have to interrupt is to make a valid legal objection, and I determine whether it's valid or not. If you think you have one, you may do so, but not to interrupt and give your side of their story at that point. That doesn't work very well. It takes a lot longer. If I let one of you do it, then the other one's going to want to do it. I want to get through everybody's testimony one at a time without any interruptions. If you're going to forget what you're going to say, I suggest you have a piece of paper, pen, or something, or have a good memory so you can remind yourself what it is you want to say instead of interrupting when the other person's talking, because that's not going to be allowed. Okay, one witness at a time. Mr. Asif, your witness.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll start with Ms. Rodriguez.
Okay.
Morning, Ms. Rodriguez. Can you please state your name?
Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Please state the name of your child. Who's the father of the child?
Agustin Campos.
What's your relationship with him like?
No relationship. We just have a child together.
What's his relationship like with his daughter?
No comment. I don't know.
Okay. So in the prior order, we said some
They have visits.
I'm sorry, you said something, Ms. Rodriguez, or you did not?
No,
You followed it up with something, I didn't hear what it was.
I didn't say anything when he asked what the relationship with the child was. I answered, and after that, I didn't say anything.
Okay, well, I heard mumbling of some kind. Okay, Mr. Asif.
Can I
Yes,
say something?
Your
Or no?
You have an objection already, Mr. Campos? What?
Yeah, just real quick. Just when we were at court last, I was a great father. I was, a bunch of different stuff.
Okay, you're
Your Honor, I'll be asking him the same questions he can
Okay.
answer.
you're gonna remember to tell me all that. So right now,
Okay.
that's
Yes,
not an
ma'am.
objection that she testified differently. You'll tell me in a minute under your side. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Rodriguez, in my opening statement, I indicated you were requesting the sole managing observership. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're also requesting the geographic restriction in the state of Texas. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who does the child live with?
Me.
Who makes the day-to-day decisions regarding the child?
Me.
How involved is Mr. Campos in these decisions?
Which decisions?
In general, ma'am.
None.
Have you spoken to him about have you tried to solicit his input?
Yes, he has been, I guess, invited to hospital visits. He doesn't show. He was invited to open house at daycare, didn't show. He's been invited to pay invoices at daycare, doesn't acknowledge anything. So he's more than welcome to, he just doesn't.
What was the last communication you had with Mr. Campos?
Let me stop you, Mr. Asif. There's a lawyer in the waiting room that I think I recognize there as a lawyer. So Ms. Alvarez, you want to deal with that?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me one.
It's for a 1030 case, I think, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, why are you requesting the expansion of the geographic restriction to the state of Texas?
I have a job opportunity in San Antonio,
What's the nature of this opportunity?
just promotion.
Okay. Do you have any other ties to San Antonio?
All of my family is out there.
Okay. And how likely is this promotion?
I'm pretty sure if I accept it, I can
Okay,
start
so
immediately.
it has been offered.
Yes, I got
Okay.
I got an offering letter
If you were to accept the promotion, when would it begin?
within a month.
Within a month. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay. So, Ms. Rodriguez, regarding your request for the visitation schedule, can you please explain to the court why you're requesting the location for the exchange of the visits be changed to the Cal Police Department?
Because as of the last court hearing that we had, his first visit, which we all agreed upon, would be the Father's Day weekend. In the temporary orders, it does show that he's supposed to have somebody drive him. He showed up June 15th after Father's Day, driving himself. This last visit, when he returned my daughter August 3rd, he showed up with no car seat for our 1-year-old. There was yelling, there was shouting, so the police got involved, and I made a police report.
What was the result of that? When the cops arrived, what happened?
I made a report, and then I was told to follow up with CPS.
Did you?
Yes.
And then what happened?
Just an investigation.
Let's see here. Why are you requesting the prohibition against Mr. Campos consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs during and up to 24 hours prior to a visit?
To my knowledge, at the end of July, he was involved in an assault that had nothing to do with me, but he was involved in an assault that resulted because of him being intoxicated. In the past, he's had an ankle monitor that involved his sobriety, and he also has, I believe, 3 DWIs.
You're also requesting the 24 hours notice provision. Can you please explain to the court why?
Yes, June 21st was his weekend, 1st, 3rd, 5th weekend. June 21st was his weekend. He waited until 3:30 that same day to let me know he had a family emergency, but it wasn't an emergency. He went to a concert in Houston. June 28th, I did agree to allow with him. I've been told I'm bitter and I keep the baby, so I didn't have any plans that day. So yes, he asked, and I did allow him to take her for the day. When it was time to give her back, I believe in the temporary court orders, the judge signed off that his paramour is not allowed to be with the child unsupervised. I have video recordings of Mr. Campos leaving my daughter there and driving off. When I knocked on the door to get my child back, she refused to open the door, so I had to call the police. So there was a police report made for that, and somehow Mr. Campos ended up being arrested on June 29th. July 5th was his weekend because it was considered the first weekend of the month. I did reach out and ask to make sure he was going to show up to our designated area. That was the weekend of the Texas floods. So I drove from San Marcos down to Buda regardless. I didn't hear from him, but I still showed up. I got no response back. Turns out Mr. Campos was, I guess, on a 4th of July vacation and couldn't inform me of it. And then August 3rd ended up being where he showed up with no car seat for our child. Had her in the back seat. So I prefer everything, instead of me having to call the police, we can just already be at a police department.
Do you have any fears regarding Mr. Campos of threats, violence, harassment, stalking?
Yes, Mr. Campos was arrested at the end of May for stalking harassment. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been why he got arrested on the 29th, because he decided to show up.
For stalking and harassment to who?
To me.
Okay. Are there any other such incidents you'd like to bring to the court's attention?
Other than we had court, early June 12th, I believe. I never received insurance. I asked several times. July 13th, I took a screenshot. I asked again. I needed the insurance. So by August 1st, I had her on my own insurance. I barely received insurance maybe last week, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the week before, but June 16th, I reached out to Mr. Campos to let him know that I was having to go to the emergency room with our child, and he claimed that he was at work, but the girlfriend did inform me that he actually got fired, so he was there all day with her. June 18th, I had to take her to after hours visit. I reached out to let Mr. Campos know. He said he was at work, but again, the girlfriend confirmed where he was, what he was doing all day. He was off the whole week because he had gotten fired. I'm asking for her to just get on Medicaid at this point, because at least I know she'll have coverage versus Mr. Campos coming and going with these jobs, because it takes 30 days to get insurance. And with a child, you never know what's going to happen with her.
What is the cost of your health insurance plan?
If I'm not mistaken, they charge $115 weekly, because we get paid weekly. So it's $115 a week, I believe.
Per week?
Yes, sir. But that's because they do cover our insurance, but adding a dependent on there, that's when it goes up.
Is that $115 per week amount solely for the child?
Yes, for dependents, but it doesn't matter if I put one or two. It's just flat $115.
If they didn't have the child, do they charge you anything at all?
For the child, yes, I did. I had to put
No, if you didn't have the child on.
Oh, no, if I'm not mistaken, no, my company pays for our insurance. For our health insurance, we just have to pay an extra couple dollars for dental, vision, and life insurance.
Does this 115 cover all that, dental, vision, and life?
No, I believe it's going to be an additional $12 for her dental for the month.
They don't take it out weekly like they do the medical?
Yes, ma'am. But and again, it's $12 a month, but divided weekly.
But that's a separate line item from the 115 a week for the medical?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not including vision? The law doesn't let me have him paid for vision, but just medical and dental.
I'm not too sure about vision, to be honest. I didn't see it as a line item on there.
Okay.
All right.
We now have half a dozen people in the waiting room for the 10:30. Started the recorder. I will in just a second. Ms. Rodriguez, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I just can't turn on my camera.
Why not?
It says that the host isn't letting me.
Let me see. I'm the host, but I don't think I've prevented anybody from doing that.
There
you go. Thank you. Okay, I just unpaused my recording. We're back on the record on the Campos Rodriguez matter after taking a break for other duties. Okay, Mr. Asif, you may continue. We were still questioning Ms. Rodriguez.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Rodriguez, why are you requesting that romantic partners of Mr. Campos, why are you requesting the presence of a third party? Should there be romantic partners of Mr. Campos around the child?
Well, the judge signed off on it last time, and it sort of worked in a sense of, I just don't agree that my child should see Mr. Campos and I, and then he take her to another paramour, however you want to call it. She gets upset at the wrong person, in my opinion. She gets upset that Mr. Campos does her wrong, and she takes it out on me, and I don't feel comfortable I don't feel comfortable 1,000%. She's made comments in regards to my daughter. When she's upset, she takes it out on my daughter via text message, and I have all that proof as well. I tried co-parenting her. I will admit to that. I tried as far as, yes, there was a time where we tried communicating fairly and we tried communicating civil, and that was fine and dandy, but it's always when Mr. Campos does something wrong, she likes to take it out on myself. And lately she's been making comments in regards to my daughter, and I just don't appreciate it or feel comfortable with it.
Do you have any concerns about threats, violence, harassment, stalking from this individual?
No.
Okay. Do you have any other family violence or domestic violence concerns you'd like the court to know?
Other than on August 3rd, when Mr. Campos was following my 3 kids and I to the vehicle, questioning who was I with, I put 2 and 2 together, realizing there's no way that he kept yelling if I had a car seat. Yes, all vehicles that we have car seats. I don't know why he thought I didn't have one. The police took a picture of the car seat that I have. But I put 2 and 2 together because I know his truck was repoed and the car seat was in there. So then I realized either he had to purchase a new car seat or there's no car seat. So I did go back to confirm that vehicle had no car seat. And when I did that, his brother, who was the driver, came out yelling, just yelling and being extremely vulgar with his words, with my children around. Other than that, no other family violence with that.
Is there anything else that you'd like the court to know?
No, other than Mr. Campos is the one that picked and agreed with first, third, fifth weekend. He missed more than half of them on his own. All really I want is for him to stop making the final decision of where I can live, who I can have my child around, when he pays child support, whenever it's convenient for him. That's about it.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, before we go to Mr. Campos, here we go again. I've got another person in the waiting room that might come.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll call Mr. Campos. Good morning, Mr. Campos. Could you please state your name?
Good morning. My name is Agustin Campos.
Please state the name of your child. Who is the mother of the child?
Elizabeth Rodriguez.
What's your relationship with her like?
Non-existent.
What's your relationship like with your daughter?
Lovely. It's great. Great relationship. Last time we were here, Liz was preaching to the top of the mountains that I was a good dad, and here we are a couple months later. It's not the same. I have videos, I have proof, I have pictures, I have everything that loves me, and we get along great. Ms. Rodriguez's basis the fact of, of course she's with Ms. Rodriguez 24/7, and of course, when it's time for her to give her to me, she does get upset. Of course, she doesn't want to leave her mom, who she's with 24/7. And she cries for a minute or 2, but I always call her, FaceTime her right after, message her, and I'm like, she's fine, and we have no issue. She's never cried with me just randomly. She's never had issues. I've never had to call Miss Rodriguez to calm her down. She is great. She gets along great with me and my girlfriend. She's great. She is the happiest baby when she's with us. Ms. Rodriguez couldn't tell you otherwise.
Thank you, sir. Now, you're requesting a joint managing conservatorship and the geographic restriction on Ms. Rodriguez to Hayes and surrounding counties. That was ordered in the temporary order. You're requesting that to continue. Is that correct?
Yes. Once again, just 2 months ago, I could be the joint conservatorship. She's mad. There's more underlying things to this case. Who, I'm not going to bring up. I'm not going to bring out. She's upset at other things and just taking it out on this, which is clear as day. Clear as day. Just last time we were here, Judge Madrigal, she was all about it. She was all about this and that, and now she's upset that I've cut a lot of things off with her, and she doesn't like it. It's not fair to my relationship or anything like that. Doesn't make sense to me. And then her trying to move to San Antonio, Mrs. Rodriguez, this is her 3rd job here in the past year and a half. She got fired from ABC. She went to another job, got let go from there, is at another job now, is at another job now, and she wants to move to San Antonio. She doesn't, she was at ABC for a long time. She went from ABC to another job, and now she's at another job.
Can I say something, please?
Go
No,
ahead.
no, you
Sure.
get to talk
Okay.
after he finishes. Let him
That's
tell the
fine.
story. He didn't
Okay,
interrupt
so
you. I didn't let him.
this is her third job. She can't hold a job. I've been in the electrical field for 20 years. For 20 years, I've on my own have switched jobs. Mrs. Rodriguez reaches out to my girlfriend all the time, constantly harasses her, and my girlfriend tells her things just to make her mad. I could bring check stubs, everything. I I have a job. I always have a job. I'm not like Miss Rodriguez. I have a trade. I have a craft. I'm good at what I do. I'm known for what I do. I'm a good electrician. I've in the past 20 years, I've been without work 2 times, and those are all voluntary. Every single one of them have been voluntary. And then when I switch from one job to another, it takes AG a little while to catch up. So I get that 100%, but I don't feel like Mrs. Rodriguez should be allowed to go to San Antonio. No, not she could go, but I'm sorry, everybody. My other phone got hot and it just turned off on me, but I'm good now.
We recognize you froze, and so we waited. We haven't done a thing without you, waiting
That's
for you
fine.
back.
So, like I was
Hold on, Ms. Alvarez, if you'll just rename him for me, that'll help. And we'll
Yes, Your Honor.
continue answering a question, Mr. Augustine Campos.
Yeah, like I said, Miss Rodriguez, she hasn't held a steady job either. She doesn't know what she's doing. I've literally have I, I've held the same job for 20 years. It's just I left 2 places voluntarily, and Mrs. Rodriguez wants to say I'm fired. She has no clue. She just goes off of hearsay. She has no proof of anything. Anything that comes out of her mouth is hearsay. That's all she'll say. Oh, I heard. Oh, someone told me. She
Mr.
has no
Campos,
solid.
could you please just answer the question asked?
Okay, I answered it.
Thank
Did you
you,
not
sir.
get that answer?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, now with respect to visitation, it's my understanding you're requesting a week off, week on schedule. Is that correct?
Yes.
And please explain to the court why you're asking for this.
Why am I asking for that? Because you're literally giving me 24 hours twice a month and maybe 3 times a month. There's no reason why I can't have. Should I elaborate, or you just want the answer?
Carry on, sir.
Okay. You let me know if it's running too long. Why can I have my daughter more? I don't have an issue with my baby. Why can't I get more time? Why am I only 24 hours twice a week, 3 times a week? There's nothing. I can get my kid that amount of time. I can adjust for that. I can have her. I have ways to get her to her daycare. I have her own daycare. I could take her to daycare. I can do everything. I have everything at my disposal. I don't see why I can't have her 50-50.
Do you have access to private health insurance that you can place the child on?
She's been on my health insurance. Liz has everything. She has the medical, she has the dental, she has the vision, she has the hearing, she has the whole 9. She has every single part imaginable. And it's been prorated back to when she was born.
Have you provided that documentation to Ms. Rodriguez as required by the court order?
Yes.
Sir? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, regarding the May 2024 incident Ms. Rodriguez testified to that resulted in family violence charges and a temporary protective order, what's your side of the story on that, sir?
I can't tell you that. I'm not supposed to speak on that.
Okay.
All right, Judge Madrigal, you told me not to talk about it, right?
This is the first time I heard this time about a protective order, Mr. Asif. I hadn't heard that yet. This time, I don't.
It was discussed at the last hearing, Your Honor.
Well,
there was a temporary protective. Okay.
I don't remember all the details. I have too many cases. You have the right against self-incrimination, so you can answer questions as you like, or if you take the fifth if you don't want to. That's what I can tell you. So, Mr.
Yeah,
Asif,
it's just allegations that a
hold
family.
on, Mr.
It's
Campos.
just,
Mr.
oh, sorry.
Asif, if you want to tell me any more about the protective order that I'm not sure I understood what you were referring to. So without putting more evidence on it through Ms. Rodriguez, I'm going to have you not ask Mr. Campos about it.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Regarding then the incidents that I want to go through these incidents sequentially, Mr. Campos, that Ms. Rodriguez testified to. I want to get your side of the story.
Okay.
All right. So regarding the June 16th incident, she testified that you didn't appear at the hospital during some medical emergency. What's your side of the story, sir?
I was at work. June 16th at what time? What time was it?
We were there like at 5 in the morning.
Ms. Rodriguez, one at a time. Ms. Rodriguez, it's Mr. Campos' turn to talk.
At the time I was starting work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would get up 4:30 to late to 5, 6 o'clock. So I was at work. You need documentation, I can provide it.
Thank you, sir. Regarding the 6/18, Ms. Rodriguez testified that you didn't appear for a visit on June 18th. What's your side of the story on that, sir?
June 18th?
No, sorry.
You got to give it a little bit more details. You're just...
Okay.
Can I clarify? I'm sorry.
Well, just in general, sir, she testified that you did not appear. Mr. Campos, are you there, sir?
I'm right here.
Just in general, she's testified that you failed to make appearances at certain visits. What's your side of the story on that?
I work. That's my thing. I work.
Okay. Now, regarding the August 2nd incident she testified to, where there was a CPS was called, there was an investigation into for child endangerment. What's your side of the story on that, sir?
I handed the baby to Ms. Rodriguez. I asked her about a car seat, and when I looked at her, that was a Sunday. I have pictures, proof. Was she at Sunday Fun Day that day? Her eyes were bloodshot, and I asked her, "Where's the car seat?" She kind of looked kind of weird, and she started walking towards her car, and I was like, "Do you have a car?" She was like, "You look drunk." I told Mr. Rodriguez, "You look drunk," and then she got mad, and she goes, "Where's your car seat?" It was in the truck. I had moved it to the front seat. She proceeded to go over to my brother's truck and open my brother's truck without my brother allowing to. That's my brother's property. She went over there and just opened the trunk for no reason and started recording my brother and all that. And of course, my brother got mad. It's not like it was just unprovoked. She went over there. She had been drinking that day. I'm willing to promise that she had been drinking that day. She had been drinking that day, and I asked her clearly, and she didn't say yes or no, but she got mad when I said that, then asked me for my car seat, went over and opened my brother's door because my brother was dropping us off, and my brother was dropping us off because I'm not allowed to drive. And that's what happened that day. She opened my brother's truck without my brother allowing it to, which is, that's not, you're not supposed to touch anybody else's property. That's against the law to do that.
Thank you, sir. Do you have a driver's license at this time?
No, sir.
Have you been making efforts to obtain a driver's license?
Yes, through a hardship, but no, my license will be reinstated in January. And I have my dad will take me from here on out. My brother, I was having my brother do it, but since she went over there and started acting crazy with my brother, my dad's going to do it now. I have people to take me and pick me up.
Thank you, sir. And just to clarify, have you purchased a car seat for the child?
I've had the same car seat since my 3-year-old son has been born. It's the same one. The truck that me and her had together, I let it get repoed. I cleaned it out. I will, if the court wants me to, I will get an itemized list of what was left inside of the truck because repos do that, and there will not be a car seat in there. I took the car seat. I've had the same car seat. It has not changed. Same stains, same pictures, same everything. I still have the same car seat.
Thank you, sir. Do you have any fears of threats, violence, harassment, or stalking from Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, she's shown up at my girlfriend's house. She's attacked my girlfriend. I have videos of that. She's shown up randomly. She's shown up to where we were at and has stated, "I'm outside. Tell your pussy ass girlfriend to show up, to come outside." I have text messages. I have everything. But since Ms. Rodriguez has an existing case on me, she's allowed to do that because we have to coexist because of the baby. They won't press charges on it till my charges are addressed, and then they will address Mrs. Rodriguez's charges.
And how did you come to be aware of this?
How did I come to be aware of what?
What you just testified to.
Because
who told that they can't address her charges until they address yours.
There's some other charges that are happening behind the scenes, and we've tried to address her. I have videos of her showing up to my girlfriend's house trying to fight her on 2 different occasions. And can I address one more thing right now, or will you just still on this?
Just answer the question, sir, and then
okay. Well, we tried to press charges on her, and they said that we tried to press charges on her, and they said to wait till my charges are addressed, see where that goes, and then we'll address Mrs. Rodriguez's charges.
Okay. And who told you that? Was it law enforcement?
APD.
It was,
yes, a detective with APD. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay. What is the cost of your health insurance?
I told you that last time. I don't have it off the top of my head. It's
the order that I reviewed in the temporary order says that his cost is $156 for medical and $9 for dental. That was in the court order. Do you dispute that, Mr. Campos?
No, I don't dispute that.
Are you still are you making the same income that you made back
Yes.
at the time of the temporary order, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's it was determined to be $6,931.06 per month before taxes.
$39.99.
Okay, $39.99. All right. 693.
Right?
Wait,
What?
The temporary order's finding is let's see here.
Yeah, because then you included the takeoff of the insurance and all of that stuff, and then the 3% that they take from my check for my union dues, and then my union dues.
Yes, sir. I was going to ask you about that as well. I was going to ask you to confirm the union dues of $55
a month.
Month, yes.
Yeah, and then they take 5% of my check. They take.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's see here. Are you comfortable with your contact information being in the court order? Are you comfortable, Ms. Rodriguez, knowing your phone, your email, your physical address?
I mean, she already knows it, but no, I'm not comfortable with her knowing anything.
Would you like for that to be kept confidential in the court order, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And if the confidentiality is granted, are you able to communicate? Would you be okay with communicating with Ms. Rodriguez via the use of a third-party app?
Yeah, she writes me. She just wrote me 2 days ago in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, randomly.
Thank you, sir.
For what? I don't know. Ask her.
All right.
how did she communicate with you? By email or by the app or by text or what?
Just by text.
She always writes me. Always writes me. Text message.
You all have his text. Is that the only way you communicate, Mr. Campos?
No, I could communicate however, text, email, carrier pigeon, however it may be.
No, I'm asking you what's happened, not what you think can happen.
Both.
What has been
Everything.
happening?
Everything, Your Honor, everything. She broke the ice because I had blocked her. She broke the ice by emailing me, and then we started emailing little by little, and then she started texting me, and that's how it was.
Okay.
And this has been Ms. Rodriguez reaching out to me. If Ms. Rodriguez thinks it's otherwise, she could state so right now. I have the proof of that.
No, you don't get to give her permission. I'm going to finish with you first before I go back to her.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying you blocked her on your cell phone?
Yeah. On the 28th, when she lied when she said I have no idea why he went to jail the 28th was because she filed charges on me for reaching out to her and stuff like that. So she knows exactly what happened. So she lied under oath saying, I don't know what happened. Ms. Rodriguez knows exactly what happened. So I blocked her that day. And that's why I missed the July one, because I was unsure if I was able to get my daughter or not. Because she goes on about life like nothing. She presses charges on me. She does all these things. And then she goes on about life. She can still contact me. She can write Gus. She can call Gus. She can harass my girlfriend. She can write my girlfriend. She can call me. But if I do anything that she doesn't like, automatic harassment, Mrs. Judge Madrigal. And she got me for harassment because she was upset about something. I can't remember. And then I was unaware if I could reach out to her or not. So my girlfriend was like, let's just go to Washington and just get over all this. And I went to Washington. I blocked her to avoid any communication, and that's when she started emailing me. We both got an email from Hayes County talking about the final orders. And then she started emailing me on her own. And then that's how the conversation started. And then she started texting me because she got mad. She's like, oh, you have me blocked. Oh, well, then keep me blocked. I have that email as well. If you want to see it, I don't know what she wants. Like, she hates that I reach out to her or talk to her. But then when I don't, it's a big deal. But she can reach out to me whenever she wants. I'm totally confused by the whole thing. And I don't know if I could talk to her about my baby, if it counts as what, if it counts as this.
Okay, well, let me
She can question.
stop you. What do you want from here forward? From your side, what would work as far as communication? What you've been doing, or you want to just do it by a third-party app close, it's a free thing, and y'all just communicate that way, unless it's the advance notice for visits or cancellation of visits?
Judge Madrigal, we've already tried that app.
And?
Mrs. Rodriguez doesn't communicate. She doesn't communicate. She doesn't care. If I say something, she just leaves it as I don't have to answer. And you're right, she doesn't have to answer. But so what good does that do? She's non-responsive because she doesn't care. She doesn't care. Non-responsive. That was the issue last time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't care. I have. She doesn't care about what you have to say. She doesn't care about anything. She doesn't care. I tell her all the time, Liz, you're not the judge. You don't decide. If I'm not doing my side, Judge Madrigal will see that, and she does the penalties. You're not the one that gets to decide. Oh, you don't get your daughter today. You don't get your daughter today.
Okay, Mr. Campos, how do I figure out?
On 2 days that I missed.
Let me just stop you. How do I figure out whether you had a car seat or whether you were driving or not? Because she's made those allegations. How do I know who to punish if I don't know what happened? If y'all are telling me different stories.
It's on her to prove that I didn't. That I did and I didn't. It's on her. I didn't.
There's cameras.
Okay, cool. Show the camera.
There's a police report. She can.
I said I wouldn't allow this. I would not allow y'all talking to each other because this is what's going to happen. It's going to get out of control.
You're right, 100%. The police report doesn't matter. It just took what she says. A police report means nothing. We weren't even there when the police showed up. We had left already.
Your Honor, Mr. Campos,
I
believe the question has been answered. I asked if he wanted confidentiality of his contact information, if he was comfortable communicating via the app. I think it's very clear. He's answered that question.
Yes, Mr. Aziz. Aziz, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Aziz, you're 100% correct. Mrs. Rodriguez doesn't communicate. She doesn't like to. She doesn't care to.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Tell me what she did or didn't do. How would you want to communicate with her? What's the best way that y'all can communicate? Because you're going to have to communicate.
Text message.
Together.
Through a text message, but through a text message. She's the one that's doing everything else, not me.
Okay. Did you finish, Mr. S? If you can continue if you haven't finished.
I have some more questions, Your Honor. Mr. Campos, at the last setting, you stated you wanted the child's surname to be changed to Campos. Is that still the case?
100%.
Can you please explain to the court why you're making this request?
Because that's tradition. She has my last name, and she's just doing it out of spite. Her two other girls have their dad's last name.
Okay.
He left her high and dry. So what's the difference?
And are you requesting that the court costs for today's proceeding be waived against you, sir?
No, I'll pay it. Put it on my tab.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like the court to know?
Yes. Judge Madrigal said that my girlfriend could not be at the pickup and drop-offs. We could go back and listen to the last hearing. Pickups and drop-offs. That was the only thing.
We're not going over the order was written. It was signed by a judge. It's in full effect in force of law. We're not going back, and what we're here to do today is to get a final order. That's why we can change what was in the temporary order if you're dissatisfied with those terms.
Okay. Well, yeah, because those were placed in there for no reason. That's why I'm bringing it up. Judge Madrigal never stated that was the case. She just said a pickup and drop-offs. There's no reason why my girlfriend can't be around my daughter. I live with my girlfriend. My daughter loves my girlfriend. I have pictures, videos, whatever you may see. You could have a observer come observe us for a week. There's no issue why my girlfriend can't be around my daughter. Let's bring up background checks. Let's let Ms. Rodriguez submit her background. I'll submit mine. My girlfriend submit hers, and let's see who looks like a better parent on paper. Let's do that.
Thank you, sir. No further questions, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, we're not done yet by a long shot.
I'd like to recall Ms. Rodriguez.
Go ahead.
And if you don't mind, can you said to take notes on some of the comments.
But
So
we're not
if you don't
there yet.
mind,
The
can
state's gonna ask you questions first, because they're prosecuting this case. And
That's
if you
fine.
still haven't asked you the question you want to answer or tell me about, then you'll still get to do that in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Now, before I go on, how old are you, Mr. Campos?
I'm 38 years old, ma'am.
How old are you, ma'am?
33.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Rodriguez, our record suggests there was an incident on May 21st, 2024 regarding abandonment and endangerment of a child on the end of Mr. Campos. What occurred on that day, ma'am?
Mr. Campos was upset that I had me and Mr. Campos were not in any kind of relationship. He was upset that I met somebody. He showed up. It was like this was a Thursday. Stole my car keys. I have text messages and all that fun stuff of that. Returned my car keys later that night, but it got physical. Did I do anything about it? No, I didn't. I waited until the following Monday when he showed back up, and I had my other two daughters there. And there was already a case with Mr. Campos in regards to them. So Mr. Campos took my phone, so I had to grab my laptop, run to the closet, message my sister-in-law to call the cops to my apartment, and 5 minutes later they showed up. And they took a statement, they took pictures, they took screenshots, and that was it.
Your Honor, for the court's information, this incident is criminal cause PREFCR 242147D. I'm asking the court to take judicial notice of it. This case has been closed administratively. Okay.
Oh, I would love to take judicial notice, but all I have is her testimony on what supposedly happened. I don't have the official records. I'm not willing to take judicial notice of testimony. Unless
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
have it.
I can provide official records, Your Honor.
The reason that the charge is towards the minor is because Mr. Campos hit me with me holding her in my arms.
Is it resolved?
She alleged that, and the charges were dropped.
Yeah, Your Honor, yes, Your Honor. The case,
They were-
this case,
they were- the charges were dropped.
Please.
Mr.
It's not
Campos,
your
it'll
time
be
to
your turn
speak.
in a minute. We're
Your
gonna
Honor, this
follow
case
up. I'm
has
not
been closed,
stupid. I know
yes.
what the next thing is. So yeah, Ms. Rodriguez, what happened to the charge?
If I'm not mistaken, they dropped them towards Olivia ongoing with me. I haven't had anybody else tell me otherwise. I know I'm working with victim services. I got a lot of things approved as far as, yes, I am still working towards a protective order, and I am waiting on approval on that. And then just finances of,
Why did it take
losses.
so long? If they try to protect somebody, they move pretty quick. I'm not following why a year ago, nobody's done anything about a protective order yet.
I don't know. I mean, if you have an answer, then I would love it as well. All I know is I got this in the mail July 22nd to fill out as far as
Of what year?
2025.
You just got something on a report you made a year ago?
Yeah.
And here we are, August 14th, and she's yet to fill it out or turn it in. Not that important.
Okay, no comments, Mr. Campos. Now your turn. Continue, Mr. Asif.
Yes, Your Honor. Now, Ms. Rodriguez, I also have records suggesting there was an incident on December 10th, 2024, resulted in assault causing bodily injury to a family member. What happened then?
I was out in New Braunfels. Mr. Campos did have my daughter that day. He asked for her. I gave her I allowed him to take her. I met up with him. I gave him the baby like he asked. I went out to New Braunfels, and Mr. Campos showed up to Willie's bar and dine, whatever it is, with our daughter and caused a scene. I left with my baby. Witnesses show Mr. Campos following me in the parking lot. I put my daughter in the car seat. At the time, she was maybe 7 or 8 months old. I put her in the car seat. Mr. Campos proceeded to follow me down I-35. I noticed I didn't properly buckle my daughter in the car seat, I guess being in a hurry. I called 911, letting them know I didn't feel comfortable pulling over with him behind me, where was the nearest police station? Is there a police nearby so they can pull over with me just so I can pull over and properly secure my daughter? So that happened. When they took the report, they saw that Mr. Campos had called me over 500 times that day, with numerous text messages on both my work phone and my personal phone. During that time, when they were taking the report, Mr. Campos was still calling. So they considered that stalking and harassment.
There's also, our records also suggest an incident on May 20th, 2025, harassment and
What happened to
violation.
that? Is that the same thing or is that different?
No, that was a different incident where Mr. Campos showed up to a friend's house, because I had spent the night there.
Wait, are you talking about something else? I'm talking about this thing with the following on the highway and stopping or whatever. What happened to that report?
That led to a detective wanting proof and screenshots, and just she gave me an email address to send anything and everything to, so I would. So they moved forward pressing charges with stalking and harassment.
They're confused about the dates and the incidents.
No, that happened.
I'm not arguing with you. In May of 24, it was assault with a bodily injury. And
Your Honor, this is not Mr.
You know,
Campos'
it
time
might
to
resolve
testify.
it if I let him, but I've already started the rules about not interrupting, so I'm gonna keep him. So you're gonna fix it in a minute, or you need to stop, Ms. Rodriguez, and we can go find out if what you're saying is the same.
Everything's wrong that they're saying.
Okay, well, May of 2024 was when Mr. Campos got charged with assault towards me. December 2024, Mr. Campos got charged with stalking and harassment. May 2025, Mr. Campos got another charge placed on him for showing up again somewhere where I was spending the night. Mr. Campos didn't like it. That witness made a statement as well towards how did Gus even know that he lived there? How did he find me there? XYZ. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mr. Campos had to turn himself in for that incident. Why he got arrested June 29th, I don't know. That was on him. I called the police so that they can have Maddie open the door and give me my child, because Gus was not there. In that court order, it shows that in that court order that you signed, it shows that she is not allowed unsupervised with my daughter. And so I have the video recording of Mr. Campos leaving the house and leaving my daughter in there. I didn't know if there's an adult in there. Her son is a minor, so who was the adult? And there was no adult there. She could have easily had me trespass that day, and she didn't. She could have pressed
his
charges.
apartment with her? Or are you talking about the bar incidents? I got confused now. I thought you were talking about something.
Say that one more time, I apologize.
You said June 29th. I assume that was like, what, a month ago or a month and a half ago? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, he got arrested again. I had nothing to do with that.
But how do you know he was arrested? Was it under your?
Can I explain or no?
Because his ex-wife called me telling me that he just got arrested.
Can I explain or no?
No, not yet. Let me finish.
Okay.
with her. Please let me finish with her.
Okay.
He called you to tell you he was arrested, but you know nothing about it.
No, I didn't press any charges on him that day. I didn't.
Okay, for all the other charges you say you did press, has anything happened on any of them?
No.
I'm not sure exactly what happened in May 2025 when I pressed charges. To my knowledge, when victim services called to tell me that they were probably gonna do it as a violation of probation.
Not on probation.
Okay, and the May 2024 and December 2024 incidents, one of them got dismissed and one of them didn't? Is that what you?
They dismissed the danger towards the minor, the assault towards the minor, They dismissed that portion. As far as the assault towards me, they have not dismissed that.
That was from the May incident of last year.
Yes.
And the December incident? And the
That is
December,
still ongoing. The December 2024 stalking harassment, that is still ongoing.
and so far all you know is about one arrest, but nothing gone to court. You haven't gotten a protective order. Did you get an emergency protective order at any point?
Yes, whenever the assault occurred in May 2024.
And it lasted and expired after what, 2 weeks or something, 3 weeks?
No, it lasted 6 months. It was still ongoing in October.
You had to renew it every few weeks or something for a 6-month period?
I believe so, yeah.
It was 90 days.
Back in October 2024, when Victim Services finally followed up with me from a May incident, they had let me know that it was expiring at the end of October.
October of 2024.
Yes.
And you think it went for 6 months? Because I've never heard that. It's either short, 3 weeks that gets extended, or long, like 2 years or a lifetime or something.
It was something along the lines. I have the application here as well, a copy of the application. Where it went, I don't know. I sent it to the email that where the person sent it to me.
But you do not have a protective order that's a final protective order, not an emergency type thing.
No, there's a bond condition towards him. And that bond condition states that he is not allowed to make any sort of threats towards me. And so every time when he shows up and tells me that I'm going to regret being with somebody or being somewhere that I'm not supposed to be.
Okay, but has anybody filed anything yet? Even if
have I filed something? Yes, I filed plenty of times.
Ma'am, what?
Have I filed anything? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm talking about the prosecutors or whoever, the police or whoever.
No, if you go onto the Hays County court calendar, everything gets reset.
Your Honor, I can shed some light. I'm on the Hays County Register, and I have Mr. Campos' full criminal history that I can present to the court.
I remember this last time, and you said a bunch of stiff stuff that some of it didn't stick. I'm not sure I want to go through that again.
I can show you the exhibits, Your Honor, and you can simply look at what the Hays registrar says and make your own determinations based on that.
You haven't submitted them already?
I'm about to.
No, but before trial, and to Mr. Campos and Ms. Rodriguez, so they both know what we're talking about.
Of course, I can submit it to all the parties.
No, I'm talking before now, not now. Yeah, anybody can do anything now.
No, Your Honor, I wasn't made aware of these charges until the midst of the hearing.
Well, Mr. Asif, I don't remember much, but I'm starting to remember this case, and I kind of remember stuff that you said a litany of 2 or 3 or 4 things, and then he disputed something, and then you said, "Oops, sorry, that last one wasn't effective." Was this?
Yes, Your Honor, I did my due diligence, and once I determined that
I know, but I don't want to do that again. And no, I'm not. It's too late to be.
I feel the history of domestic violence in this case is highly relevant.
Well, then let's read.
There is no history of domestic violence.
Exhibits and to let everybody see them ahead of time, including me, and we can go forward if that's what you want, Mr. Asif. I'm not going to let you submit them right this minute. No. And
very well, Your Honor.
It's all he said, she said right now is what I'm seeing, which was last time as well. Okay, Mr. Campos, go ahead and tell me your side of what happened on each of these darn things, because you're the one with all this history here.
Okay, if Mr. Aziz is not going to present whatever it is, if he's barely going to do it now, he said to leave it alone. I'm just going to leave it alone. I have some court cases coming up. You know, Ms. Rodriguez gets upset. Everything's one-sided. She could do everything to me. I can't even say a word to her. She said she doesn't want my girlfriend around. Then said, "Oh, he can't pick who I have around." That's just what I'm gonna do. That very one-sided with her. She can pick who I can have around my daughter, but she can't. That's it.
Okay, you're changing the subject.
And I'll leave it at that.
I want to get done with this criminal stuff. You told me you could clear it up. Now, I'm not asking you to tell me the facts of what happened, and you could be charged.
Okay.
It could be used against you. Yes,
so,
can you just tell me what court cases you have and when they're going to be resolved, or what kind they are?
Yes, ma'am. So, May of 24, it was the assault on the family, the assault, whatever, and then the endangering a child. The endangering child got charged. Mrs. Rodriguez didn't, so it's still going on that. December of last year, she filed charges on me for whatever it was. Those didn't get charged till March of of 24, March of 25. I got arrested May of 25, and then she pressed charges on me again recently. And she, to the thing where she said that I didn't file charges, I didn't do anything. I have pictures. She sent me pictures of her calling Buda Police Department and everything, and she filed more charges on me. Those are still pending. Those that haven't been charged is just in a pre-file status. So those are the three. And the one from December is a harassment, and then the one that I got arrested in June, which when Ms. Rodriguez had filed charges on me the week prior, she knew that she filed for something, and they arrested me on the 28th, and they said, and of course it was because of Ms. Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez is well aware of everything that's going on. She's just acting like she doesn't.
Do you have court dates on any of these things now?
October 2nd for every single one of them.
And by your count is how many?
3.
And they're all going to court. Which court would you be going to?
In Hays County, just criminal court, I guess.
You don't know if it's at the county court level?
Yeah, county court 3. County court 3, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a lawyer on any of those? Or
yes, on all of them.
Was he appointed or retained?
Retained.
Okay. Okay.
So that's it. So that's where all the cases come from. Mr. Aziz is correct on the cases. It's just from when you file the charges to when they actually submit them to when they arrest you. It's 3 different things. It doesn't happen all on the same day.
Okay, I'm going to move on from that.
Okay.
You know, I looked at the temporary order, and like I said, I'm starting to recall some of this, like not perfect memory here, but there was a dispute about the girlfriend. I didn't know anything about the girlfriend. You didn't bring the girlfriend. I heard enough to think, well, maybe the child doesn't know the girlfriend well enough yet, so let's not let the girlfriend be around, whether she's a danger or not. That's my thinking. Now, I looked at the temporary order. Wait a minute. I looked at the temporary order. The temporary order did say, and I did sign, that fathers shall have no paramours during the visits unless at least one other adult is present that is not the father or the paramour.
Can I
So
speak
that
on that?
actually means the visits too, not the exchanges. So I don't know where we got crosswise that you think I said something and we wrote something else.
Exactly. So I could take you back to the day that Mrs. Candace sent us the finished temporary orders. That day, that day that she read it, that day she started with her. Oh, and it says you can't have Maddie around my daughter because they were wrong. We could rewatch the video. I could clip it for you where you showed that it was just at drop-offs because Mrs. Rodriguez.
I was there every Sunday. I was there.
And you're going to have an automatic witness as long as you don't have a driver's license, because whoever you take is going to be there with you. You keep a journal and bring it back and make sure it's accurate. But I am going to restrict your girlfriend from being the sole person there. If you bring somebody else, maybe that'll diffuse it, or leave her at home and have somebody else. So girlfriend, not to be the sole.
Do I have to bring somebody, or can I just give the baby to his parents?
Rodriguez can't handle it. Only at drop-offs. I could provide you my girlfriend's background, whatever you need.
This is a non-issue. Whatever we're here today.
What do you mean it's a non-issue? It's where I live.
Because
hold on, Mr. Campos, hold on, Mr. Asif, you're trying to make an objection to what?
We're here today to change them.
I didn't hear it because you were both talking. So start over, Mr. Asif. I didn't hear it.
I don't think it's worth litigating or raising any issues over what. There's no argument to be had here about what was ordered at the last setting. There is an order that is signed by you, Your Honor. It's binding and it's in legal effect.
Well, Mr. Asif, I'm well aware of that. I'm trying to figure out what Mr. Campos was thinking or why he was violating it. However, it's still an issue for the final order, and I assume, I'm guessing Ms. Rodriguez doesn't want the paramour and anybody else around.
Yes, Your Honor, and that's why we're here. So we can change,
right.
If that term is to be removed, then we can do so in the final order.
Well, obviously I can. Yes, sir, I get that. You don't need to tell me that, Mr. Asif. I'm just trying to figure out why he thought different, and it seems to slightly ring a bell, but not quite, because in the order, and I read my order, sir, I approve the part
Yeah,
that
oh, yes.
the entire
Yes.
time, not just the
I,
exchanges.
I agree. I agree with you 100%, Your Honor.
Okay.
So I agree. You listen to you listen to hundreds of cases a day. We aren't fresh on your mind. I know it from the day that we had the actual court date to the day that we got the orders. It was almost a month and a half later.
And
So I get it
and I
there. So
think you
I'm
didn't
not saying
sign it, so I don't know if there was a dispute on why y'all didn't sign it, but if I wrote it down right, the order I signed didn't have y'all signatures. That's why I was even more careful with it.
I didn't sign it because the Paramore thing was never stated in court. We could go back and watch the video. But I know what Mr. Aziz is saying, it's null and void, but no, it's been brought up now because Ms. Rodriguez clearly stated, oh, I don't want her around my daughter now.
Well, why would I when she kicked all her clothes out and threw glitter on it on June 24th along with your items?
Was she there?
Okay,
Was the
here we
daughter
go
there?
again.
No.
Where did I tell you, Ms. Rodriguez, that you could not interrupt just whenever the hell you wanted, and you just
He
did?
can?
No, you don't get to. I'm trying to keep this civil, and it's not. And then you're now smirking or smiling or something like this is a joke. It's
So do
not.
you want me to frown or what would you like?
Yes,
'Cause-
that would probably be more appropriate than
Oh,
smiling. Yes. It
Okay.
seems like a joke
Judge,
now.
Judge Madrigal.
No, I'm not ready to talk to either of you.
Okay.
No. Okay, point blank, Ms. Rodriguez. Do you remember any discussion by the court or what any words of the court that were different from the order? Did I just limit it to the exchanges in words but put it in the order and that was different? Is he right? Or I don't remember what I said. I'd have to go review my record too. It was
I don't
too.
remember either. A lot happened since June 12th.
Of course.
Okay. Okay, that seals it for me. Any other questions of anybody else, Mr. Asif?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then you have any closing, because I'm gonna do something, whether any of you like it or not, I'm gonna do something, I have to do something.
Yes, Your Honor.
What pleases
So-
me and what makes me feel better and safe, because I can sleep at night that I'm not putting any children in danger. One last question, Ms. Rodriguez, every time the child was with dad and came back, did you have any complaints on the child's condition when the child came back?
No. Other than when he brought her back and he mentioned she was sick, he did communicate that to me. I will give him that. He communicated on Father's Day that she had a stomach bug. I mean, he could have taken her to the doctor that day, but I guess she didn't have insurance. He waited for me to take her the following day.
Did you tell him to? If he called you and said she's got a bug, and you didn't discuss how serious it was or not?
Well, in those temporary orders, it gives him permission to make medical decisions.
But when he called you and said she's got it, you didn't give an opinion on whether it was bad enough or not, or find out whether it should be bad enough or not to take her to a doctor and tell him, well, maybe you should do it before we wait till the next day.
Why bother whenever, I've mentioned other health concerns and he never did.
Well, you just told me every time he did take her and brought her back, there was no problems except this one time. Now
I was honest about that. I mean,
I know, but now you just said there was a bunch of other times that he didn't tell you something.
no. I said there's been a bunch of other times where I've given my opinion on doctors that she does need to see because she has psoriasis and eczema. So whenever I do bring that up to him, it doesn't matter anything. So what would my opinion on her?
Those are conditions that don't happen overnight, or they've already been diagnosed.
Exactly. She was born with them. So
did you send medicine? Did you tell him how to do it? Did you tell him she had it? Or
you want me to tell him how to take care of his daughter?
2 months. Excuse me?
You want me to tell him how to take care of his daughter?
If she has a condition and it's been diagnosed and she's under some kind of prescription, yes, I do expect you to tell him about your daughter.
Oh
So
yeah,
he
he's
knows.
fully
He's on the
aware
same
of
page.
he's fully aware of her condition. I have plenty where one time I did tell him like, hey, when you stole my keys, her medicine was in my car. I need my car keys. And what was his response? Do you want to know what his response was?
Was it during the last 6 weeks, 6 months, 2 months that I last saw you, June 12th? Was it since June
No.
12th, was it prior?
No.
It was over a year and a half ago.
Okay. Then I'm done with
So much has
questions.
changed in
Mr.
a year and a
Asif, you'll go ahead and give me a closing.
Yes, Your Honor. So, the state is requesting final orders today. I don't think there's any need for any further attempts. On the issues of the child's surname, the state has no position. On the issue of conservatorship, the state has no position. On the issue of visitation, the state has no position. On these issues, just to remind the court, Ms. Rodriguez is requesting that the child's surname remain Rodriguez. Mr. Campos is requesting it be changed to Campos. On the issue of conservatorship, Mr. Campos is requesting a joint managing conservatorship with the geographic restriction to Hayes plus contiguous counties. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting the sole managing conservatorship with the transfer to, with the geographic restriction to the state of Texas. Mr. Campos is requesting a week on, week off visitation schedule. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting the first, third, and fifth weekend at 6 p.m. Saturday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Exchange of the child to occur at the Kyle Police Department at 1700 Kohler's Crossing Road, Kyle, Texas. She's requesting that Mr. Campos cannot consume any illegal drugs or alcohol during visits and up to 24 hours prior. She's requesting that romantic partners cannot be the sole person with Mr. Campos during visits, that there must be at least one other third party. She's requesting Mr. Campos give 24 hours notice of inability to make a visit, 24 hours notice of, beg your pardon, 24 hours notice of his intent to appear at a visit. And she's requesting that Mr. Campos not be permitted any visits until he acquires a driver's license and the car seat. And on visitation, the state takes no position. On the issue of child support and medical support and dental support, Your Honor, the state is asking for the finalization of the terms of the temporary order. And we're also asking for a judgment on arrears as of July 31st, 2025 in the amount of $1,702.25 to be added to the retroactive support for the period of time between March 2024 to June of 2025, which I calculated based on the state's Exhibit 2, the average median wage for electricians, people in Mr. Campos's profession. That determined the retroactive amount to be $9,658.08. We're asking this to be added to the arrearage balance of $1,702.25 for a combined judgment of $11,360.33 to be paid off at a rate of $106 per month, with payments to begin on September 1st, 2025. From what I can gather on the non-disclosure issue, it looks like both parties are requesting non-disclosure. And it looks like both parties seem okay with the use of the third-party apps such as AppClose. And Mr. Campos has testified to agreeing to pay the court costs for today's proceedings, so the state will be requesting that as well.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Just by your infinite wisdom, Mr. Asif, that this should be a final order. The court doesn't feel the same way, so I'm not going to do it. Y'all bought yourself another court date with me. This time I want witnesses. You bring your girlfriend, you bring whoever you want, Ms. Rodriguez. I need to hear from her and I need to look at her. I need to see her. I need to also know what happened on your criminal cases. I also need a little bit more evidence. If the state wants to provide it, you can provide it. You have your hand up, Mr. Asif. What?
Yes, Your Honor. If we are going to be doing temporary orders, then I'd like for the issues of non-disclosure, retroactive support, and court costs to be reserved, as is our usual practice with temporary orders.
Thank you. I would have done it without you, but thank you for agreeing with me on that issue. Okay, so and I'm gonna make it an in-person date. This, some things are important enough for me to see you in person and you bring a witness or two or whatever, so I can do more than just he said, she said on the computer and hope to God I got it right. I try to do better than that. I've been on the bench for over 30 years and I've seen a lot of cases. You're not my worst case. However, I think something's gone wrong that y'all thought highly of each other, just couldn't talk too much, and now it's just gotten worse. And I don't want it to be that way. I want it to work because the child is the one that's going to be the victim here between you all and y'all's petty bickering or pointing fingers or everything else. Now, your last statement on, oh, the child was fine except for he did okay. He told me about it at least, but he waited for me to do it instead of him. Well, I heard that the child was fine, whether it was with him, whether it was with him and the girlfriend, whether it was him and anybody else. Now, I'm still concerned about that darn driver's license and whether you actually drove, as she testified to or not. I'm not sure I heard any dispute or I don't want to hear it at this point, but You said you're not going to get it till January. Is that what it was? February? What it was it?
January of 2026, ma'am. Till
And
then,
why is that?
I've never had. I've always had somebody take me. It's been my brother or my dad. I have
And
plenty
I
of people in my
recorded
life.
you.
Huh?
I recorded you on June 15th showing up, and you're in that recording. You said you didn't care.
Show me that you see me driving up.
Okay, no, I'm not going to have either of you show me nothing anymore. You already
Okay.
had your time. This is going
You
to
didn't give me my time to point out. You know, you didn't. You didn't give me my, when you told me to take notes on comments that he was
Okay,
making.
I'm
I made
sorry.
those
You're
notes.
absolutely right. But I got to the point where I'm going to hear you again because I'm going to see you again. So I'm doing further temporary orders. I'm not finalizing it. So that doesn't help me, Ms. Rodriguez. Did you want to respond?
You
Go
can
ahead
try
and
to do
respond.
something.
I said I would. I meant what I said and I forgot because I got further along on this than you did. So go ahead and talk to me and tell me quickly, what is it on your notes that you want to tell me?
So he's not allowing me to move to San Antonio, but yet he let his first daughter move all the way to Houston. He wants to talk about my job. I was at one job for 13 years. I went to another job. He got trespassed from it. They moved me to this job. I'm still contracted under the same employer. He has a daycare situation. My daycare is tuition based. On the first of the month, I have to pay I have to pay $1,000. I apologize. It's $1,000. It doesn't matter how many days she goes and how many days.
That's not
It's
true.
2,000 flat rate, Monday through Friday. If she misses a day because she's sick, guess what? I still get charged $1,000. So if it's 1 week on and 1 week off, I would prefer it to at least be at the same daycare because my daughter is familiar with her. He's stating about me being very aware of where he lives. I don't know where he lives. The girl texts me all the time, come get him. He's here. I kicked him out. Here's pictures of his clothes on my porch. What else do we want to go over? He saw me Sunday, intoxicated. I have proof of exactly where I was when I checked in and when I checked out. And I have text messages. My other kid's dad didn't mention anything about my eyes. It's only Gus, magically.
Cool story.
Thanks.
Anything else, Ms. Rodriguez?
Nope, I'll see you in person.
Okay, wonderful. Then it'll be a further temporary order. Now, if you have private insurance, the state is really asking for the government assistance program. Did I hear that right earlier?
Regarding the medical, child support, and dental support issues, Your Honor, I'm asking for the terms of the temporary order to continue that currently have Mr. Campos carrying. The cost to him would be, in the temporary order, the cost to him is $156 per month for medical, $9 per month for dental. And we're asking for the child support to be, for now, remain the same as was ordered in the temporary order in the amount of $742.64 per month.
Can I speak, Judge Madrigal?
Yes, what?
I have her fully covered. I don't know why we're talking about this.
That's what he asked for, Mr. Campos, that you continue the coverage. That's what he just said.
I thought he was talking about continuing the Medicaid or whatever.
That's what I asked him, and he said he's asking that the temporary order continue with respect to those issues. And I did them all again. But now I'll ask you, Ms. Rodriguez, whether you got it late or you didn't get it is the issue. Did you actually get proof of the insurance where you can use it now?
Yeah, I got it last week, a month after the court order.
You have it now. It's in effect. Okay.
Hopefully it stays in effect.
Yes, and we're going to see about that. That's the other thing. And I'll make a decision on that later too. But if I have to do something on the further temporary order, it's the same or different. But you got the cards, you got the ability to use it now.
Am I supposed to get actual physical copies?
Did you get a virtual guy? What, he texted you something or?
He had a picture of it on his hand that has his name on it. And it doesn't even say my daughter's name on it.
Blue Cross Blue Shield doesn't do personal cards for everybody. It looks up under my name with your daughter's name and her social security
You don't
card.
have something you can print and send it to her?
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll have your name. It'll have your ID number for them. It'll have all that.
By next court date, she'll have it in her hand.
No. I'm asking you, do you have it now where you have a card yourself?
No, ma'am, because.
How do you use it then? What do you show when you go?
When I go, they're just like, here, fill this out. And I fill everything out. And then they're like, do you have a card? And it's like, no, ma'am, I lost my card. Okay, Mr. Campos, we'll still see you. And then somehow.
If you've lost your card, why haven't you asked for another one?
I did. I asked for 4 more. So I'm getting 4 in the mail within a month. Well, it should be at my parents' house already.
Okay, well, whatever you fill out, do you have a copy of that? Can you get a copy of that that has your name, that has your information, that has the ID number for the company and ID number for you, whatever they need, all, and when it expires, all that good stuff.
She has all that, Judge Madrigal.
Do you have that, Ms. Rodriguez?
What do I have?
What you tell me what you have. You tell me what you have.
Can you show her what I sent you?
Stop.
What am I
Tell
showing
me
you?
what you have if you have to take the child insurance because you just said you have it and you said, is that good enough? I don't know what you have. What do you have?
Again, a picture of the
I'll
card
show her.
that has his name.
A picture of a card?
Yes, the picture of the card. I mean, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield as well, and for whatever reason, my daughter got her own personal card.
Show me that card.
Well, for what? I don't. You don't have to
Quit talking. Ms. Rodriguez, you have a picture of the card. They usually just ask for a picture to download when you're pre-registering or whatever. You can fill it out. They can look at it or whatever you need to do. You have the right ID numbers and his name and whatever else is on most normal cards because you know what an insurance card.
No, I've gotten like 3 in the last. The first one was what, Gus? What was the first? It wasn't.
Don't ask him anything. Do you not get? I don't want you to talk. You tell me, or you tell me you don't know. That's
Okay.
what.
Can you ask him what was the first insurance?
No, Ms. Rodriguez, what?
Ask him what was the first insurance he gave me, and it lasted what, 2 weeks?
I'm asking you what you have now, if you could use it. That's what I really asked. And you said, yes, I got it a week ago. But yes, it's a picture. Is that good enough? Tell me what you have. I didn't know what it looked like. You were showing me a picture of his hand.
There.
Yeah, that's the card. That looks like a card.
Is that it? Allied or whatever it is?
She's being ridiculous. I'm not going to feed into this, Judge Madrigal. She knows exactly what I said.
Don't respond. Don't respond. She's pushing both our buttons. Ms. Rodriguez, do you have a copy of the card? Is that right?
Can you ask him if
No,
this is the
I'm
right
not.
card?
I'm asking
Well,
you.
you
have
told
a
me I can't
copy
talk
of
to
the
him.
card.
So
Does it
I
have
don't
his
know.
name on it?
I guess.
Judge Madrigal, can I
Yes.
speak to you directly?
Yes.
Can I speak
Hold
to you
on.
directly?
What's the insurance company name? Tell me at least that.
Allied.
Okay, Mr. Campos.
Last week, I sent that card that she has is from April. Last week, I sent her my Blue Cross Blue Shield card front and back, the medication card front and back, the dental card front and back, and I sent her the hearing card front and back, and it has my name, the employer. She's just playing dumb right now. She has all that.
Well, how did you send it to her last week?
Via text message. She has it. The Allied one was from April, but Mrs. Rogers, no, Judge Madrigal, she has everything she needs.
Okay,
I
stop.
can send it to you. I can send
You said you
screenshots.
got it a week ago, Mr. Rodriguez. Why doesn't you'd have the Blue Cross Blue Shield ones from the week ago, not the Allied?
Yeah, do you have?
Mm,
I'll print them out and bring them to the next court date.
Well, no, the next court date's going to be in November. That's my in-person date. So no, that's too.
She has it.
You have it now.
She has it, Your Honor. She has it,
Then
Your
let
Honor.
me find out, Mr. Campos. Hold on.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna dig through all these screenshots, so use the app. Use the app to just resend it, and then it's proof there.
Oh.
Is that better?
I can send it right now.
Okay,
Please
then
don't.
that's how we
You got
resolve it. And I don't want to play games with either of you, but if that's what we have to do, Mr. Campos, you do it. Send the ones you already sent her, put it through the app, close app. I'm ordering you to do that. And no
Yes.
playing games. And I don't understand why you're not more upset if you don't have it right now, Ms. Campos. You said you did have it a week ago.
Mrs. Rodriguez, I never married
Ms.
her.
Rodriguez, I'm sorry. I forget names in the heat of the battle here. And yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's real funny, Ms. Rodriguez. Why are you telling me it's an Allied card if a week ago he sent you the Blue Cross Blue
Because I've gotten like 3 different insurances this
Go
year.
from a week ago, Liz. Go from a week ago.
Mr. Campos, I heard you. I'm trying to resolve it. Let me do it.
Yes.
Why don't you have the Blue Cross Blue Shield from a week ago, not from 4 months ago or whatever that was?
I don't know. That was one of the last screenshots that I have.
Lying.
Why would I pull it up so easily?
Okay,
I can-
stop. Okay,
I
I
can share
give
my
up.
screen.
I'm not talking to you, either of you, about insurance anymore. Y'all figure it out. If you can't be so.
I have it figured out. I put her on my insurance. I have it
on your
figured
own
out.
time.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. And I don't think y'all are that far apart, to be honest. But somehow you're getting some jollies here trying to be.
Ms. Rodriguez
each other.
does.
Sorry, stop it. I get to talk. This is my platform. You came into my court because y'all can't figure it out. I want to tell you, even as that upset as I am, is that y'all are not that bad off, but y'all don't realize it because you're in the petty stuff. You have some charges. Yeah, figure it out, get them over with. You really have some concerns. Somebody needs to be doing something an emergency, not a year later. And
Who did something a year later?
I'm not
Who did
hearing it.
something a
I'm
year
not
later?
talking to you to answer any more questions. I don't know what happened, but honest to God, if somebody had some charges somewhere that were that serious, you wouldn't still be waiting on them, or you should be following up on them, Ms. Rodriguez, if you're that concerned and that.
What do you want me to do?
upset.
Go to the court and ask for a court
No,
date
not the
tomorrow?
court, the prosecutors. You can check.
Okay, I will
You
follow up
can.
again.
Then you can. That's fine. And you said they are following up if he's going to court on some of it in October. But you
I
couldn't
mean,
tell me that. You
he's the
don't know
one,
that.
he's going for what, 3
You're
or 4
talking
different
back.
charges?
Stop.
Be quiet.
Stop.
Your
Both
voice
of
is
you.
annoying.
Stop.
Anything else? Because I'm in the.
No, man.
Man,
Nope.
you don't get to pressure me or push me to do what I need to do. You get to wait. You're in my courtroom. It's my time now. If it's that
Alright.
important to you, you sit here and wait. If
you
you
wanna
want
sit
to
here and
check
wait,
out
we
and
can
not hear the
wait.
rest of it, that's on you. But you need to be here. You need to hear what happens. I need to figure it out, and you need to let me.
For the 4th time.
Stop talking. And you just made it real easy for all these trolls out there to do whatever they want with this thing and make fun of all of us.
Great.
Yeah, great. Okay, on further temporary orders, the first thing I'm doing, I'm going to put the reset date. It's going to be in person. We're not doing this on live stream anymore. We're going to be in person in Hayes County on November 13th at 8:30. And it's usually on the 3rd floor, and which court I'm in, they'll let you know. It's not usually rotated. I'm usually in the same one, but it's on the 3rd floor of the, is it the Justice Center there, Mr. Asif? You'll put the address in there for the in-person, so it's not
Yes,
like
Your Honor, I can put the address in the order.
you're on notice for November 13th, 2025 at 8:30. I expect you to be there. I expect you to have evidence if you have it, documents copies to share. And if you bring witnesses, I don't want a dozen of them. I don't have time to do that. If 1 or 2 witnesses that are going to be short, I'd be happy to hear them to see who corroborates what. But I hope to do a further final temporary order at that time if y'all have had if the visits and if you all settle down some and it's not this contentious, because you know what? If it's still this bad and y'all still bickering about all sorts of things, I can bring you back every 3 months for a while till I figure out who's the one that's telling the truth or what's really happening out there that I don't know about. And y'all are telling me different stories on, because my job is for the kid, not for you adults. Y'all are grown up. Y'all can do whatever you want. But if you choose to continue this with each other or in court, the child's going to not benefit from it. Do y'all get that you are her best role models on this planet? And if this is the way you operate, well, what's going to happen when you're not in a courtroom? And if this is your best civil side when you're in a courtroom, that's pretty bad, to be honest. And I don't think you're bad with each other. I think you don't know how to behave in public here. And that's sad. But this is what she sees. This is what she gets. You're her parents. You're the only parent she has. So the sooner you get on the same page, the better. So November 13th, if you don't show up, you'll be defaulted, which means I go forward without you. You're not there to tell your side. You pretty much lose your case. So that's the first order of business. The next order of business is conservatorship. The law presumes that y'all should and can work together. And I haven't heard anything that just because you don't talk right or you can't talk civil or this or that, the other, that I need to take away his rights. No, I think it's on both of you. So the presumption is joint managing conservatorship. I'm going to continue that. Mother, you get the primary right to decide the child's residence, and it is going to be with a geographic restriction, still to Hayes and whatever. You can't pick up and move yet, despite your better plans. I'll hear it in November, because right now you don't even, no, I guess you haven't accepted the job, but this says you can't move, you can't move.
So I
And
can't accept the job, is what you're saying?
that's on you. You can't move. You
No,
can't.
why would I drive all the way to San Antonio and back?
Well, that's your choice. You can't move. I'm ordering you not to move out of the area that's this county and any county that touches this county.
Noted.
You do have the ability to do that, just so you're aware. On the issue of visitation, I'm not going to do the 24 hours anymore. I'm going to do the whole weekend from Friday at 6 to Sunday at 6.
You gonna show up this time, Gus? Or you got another
Have
morning?
you
None of
not
your
gotten the
business.
message that you're not
None of your
supposed to be engaging with each other?
You didn't
The
even
more
ask
you
him
talk,
why.
Matt, the more you talk, the more I'm figuring out what the problem is, okay? And you too, sir, stop. Don't even. Stop, stop, stop. No more. No, you don't get to point your finger at me, ma'am.
I ain't pointed at you, I pointed at Gus. This last court hearing, you said to follow it, and what did I do? I followed it. He didn't show up for 3 visits.
And the
Can you
and the one
give me
before
more
that, you
time?
didn't show up for 9. So what's the difference?
I'm
You didn't
gonna,
show up
I'm
for a
gonna
whole
stop
year,
this
Gus.
again. I'm gonna stop this again because that's not gonna help me. I heard that. I heard that. I'm considering that. Just because he doesn't go all the time, no, he doesn't not get visits because he doesn't have a driver's license. He doesn't not get visits because he has a girlfriend that you don't like. He doesn't not get visits for all this other stuff you said. No, he gets visits with his child. I haven't heard that he's a danger to the child. That hasn't come up. In fact, you pretty much said the child is fine when he brings her back. That's what I heard. And that's what I'm going on. And no, you don't have the right to say anything else anymore. So based on that,
Okay.
the visitation will be on first, third, and fifth weekends, Friday to Sunday, 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now, where were the exchanges? Police department or some other place?
I agree with the police department.
You agree? Then I'll
agree
let
to
you
that.
have it. I think it's really
Okay,
sad that you all have to show up at a police station. However, they're not
I-
there
I
to
think
do
it's
your.
really
I'm not
sad.
asking you to talk, okay? I heard you. You agreed, fine. I'm telling you, the police is not there to monitor your visits or your exchanges. Now, if something happens, yes, you can run in. That's the good part. The sad part is they're also taking care of business. They might be transporting inmates. They might be all sorts of things happening around a police station. If you want that around your child, fine. You both agree with it, and that's the safest place that y'all can think of. I'll go with it, fine. And I think it was it Buda, Mr. Asif?
It's Kyle, the Kyle Police Department, she
Copy.
said. The one off of Kohler's Crossing.
Okay, you have the address or can find him, Mr. Asif?
I have the address, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay, Cal Police Department exchanges.
At the
Now,
Kohler's Crossing.
do you really need to tell her that you're coming or so, because I don't want her to sit there at the police station, you don't show up.
No, ma'am. We'll work on that. I don't need to communicate with her if I'm gonna be there. If I'm not gonna be there, then I'll tell her 24 hours in advance.
Then you
Correct.
better be there
I showed up
each and every
twice.
time. I better not hear that you missed a bunch and she sat there with the child in front of a police station for.
You have my word, Your Honor. You have my word. You have my word.
Then if you're having to cancel, you need to cancel as soon as possible. And if it's an emergency, as soon as possible. And you should know at least 24 hours ahead of time if you're gonna can't go, I assume, for some actual
Does this
conflict
start tomorrow?
going out of town.
Does this start tomorrow? Because tomorrow is my weekend. So I get her tomorrow at 6 p.m., just to be clear.
I don't know yet because I haven't finished the order and I haven't gotten to all the details. So you can just wait a minute for maybe.
Wait, can we push
everything
it?
first.
6 p.m. is impossible for me. I'm letting you know now. 6 p.m. is impossible.
And you can't
Make it
send
happen.
somebody with the child?
No, so I get off at 5 o'clock and it takes me exactly 35 minutes to get to the daycare at 5:30. So I'm already 5 minutes late at the daycare and she goes to daycare in 10. And then I have to go pick up my other 2 kids it has to be prior to 6. I have to pick them up prior to 6. They close at 6.
What time can you be there?
I mean, can
Elizabeth,
we?
are you okay with Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. at the police station? Say yes or no. Saturday morning.